And the idea for this book began when I was thinking one day about all the wonderful adventures that I had had growing up in our wonderful state of Colorado. Even now, as a senior citizen, the wonderful waterfalls, the amazing plant and animal life, the violent summer storms, and the devastating wildfires hold a special fascination for me. So I decided it would be a good endeavor to record some adventures in my amazing state for my grandchildren. My two characters, Tyler and Danny, are from a blended family, and they have totally different worldviews. Due to an epidemic which hospitalizes the mother, and the father is overseas in the military, the boys are forced to ride through the remote Colorado mountains all alone. The wonders of the natural world amaze both boys. During the course of the summer, they encounter many obstacles and hazards. Danny meets these with faith, but Tyler experiences fear and unbelief. Although no one had ever heard the word COVID-19 when I started to write my book, there had been major epidemics in Africa and other parts of the world. What would happen if there was an epidemic like that in my state of Colorado, I wondered. I have a grandson that is just totally consumed by the gaming world, and it seems difficult to ever interest him in anything else. What would happen, I thought, if he couldn't get to his computer games? So in my book, my character Tyler is not able to access his computer games due to the epidemic. I had to include horses in my book because horseback riding was one of my very favorite pastimes when I was growing up as a child. It can be interesting even today. I have two grandsons who live in New York City. In the summer, they go upstate and take horsemanship classes. They have become so proficient that they can rent their own mounts and have their own mini adventures. In my book, the 3 horses and 1 large dog are major characters. They protect the boys, and sometimes they need help and protection themselves. Would you like to hear a bit from the book? This is chapter 22, called A Fall. After riding several days, the little group had come to the edge of the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. Danny jumped off Little Red and ran to the edge. Wow! This canyon looks like it's a mile deep, and it's so black. I'm on the edge! I'm on the edge! Look at me! I'm on the edge! Danny danced and jumped excitedly. Wait! Tyler shouted. You are too! Danny's foot caught a root that protruded from the soil, and with a scream of terror, he disappeared from view. What do you think happened next? Read the book and you'll find out. One of the important matters that I wanted to discuss in my book is the matter of faith. I once taught science in the public high schools, and so I'm familiar with the curriculum and know that there's much that's accurate and good that is taught. But there's one very important aspect of the teaching that is omitted, and that is our Creator, God. A careful examination of the wonders of nature makes it almost impossible to rule out an intelligent design behind it all. The 2 boys, Danny and Tyler, have lots of opportunity to examine the wonders of nature. From the exquisite flowers to the magic mountains themselves, all speak of a Creator God who has exquisite attention to detail and unbounded originality. Even the stars in the dark mountain sky speak of the vastness and unlimited power of the Creator God. Another faith-building part of the story is the many answers to prayer that Danny gets. Just like in our own lives, any one of these individually could just be discounted as mere happenstance. But when they occur regularly, on a daily basis even, it is impossible to not acknowledge a presence of a mighty God. Eventually, it's faith that leads both the boys to the thing that they need most, a family. It's my hope that I have written a book that will enable the readers to experience the wonders of nature, to experience some of the adventures of riding on horseback through forests and mountains, plateaus, and even deserts. All the while, faith is building in a believing heart.